Sanibona, ngaphambi singene kwivideo namuhla, ngithi angithathe lethuba ngibonge isupport nothando esikhombise lona lingaphezu kokucabanga kwethu. Siyacela niqhubeke nisupporte njalo ngokubuka amavideo ethu, ungakhohlwa ukukhomenta, ushare, ulike. Siyafisa ukuzwa umbono wakho. Sicela ke singene kwivideo namuhla.
ANC has committed serious crimes against black people and against South Africans, all South Africans. What are the crimes of the ANC? Let's start with black people. The biggest crime that the ANC has committed against black people is education, public education. If you look at how white people, the English first, and secondly the Afrikaners, how they turned themselves around from conditions of poverty to become middle class and wealthy. Education was at the center of that process. They built public schools for their children and made sure that their children received top education. One of the public schools I'm talking about is exactly this place where we are sitting, Wits. Wits was built by the English, supported by the mining industry right here in Johannesburg. To do what? They meant to educate the children of the English. That's why the Afrikaners later, they went next door to build the Rand Afrikaans University. To do what? To do exactly what the English had been doing through Wits for their own Afrikaner children. The ANC has collapsed public schools in townships, has collapsed public schools in rural areas. It has actually collapsed universities. The quality of our universities has declined under the ANC.
Ey'nsukwini ezedlule sikhulumile ngodaba lwesikole. Ngaze ngakufakela nevideo lapho bekune debate eParliament. Ku debate mayelana nodaba le-pass mark ka 30% kuma matric. Ibhosa eholwa uDr Mmusi Maimane ethe ayiguqulwe. Base benqoma ukuthi osukwini la izolo kuzovotwa. Uma sekuvotiwe la kuyohlukana khona. Uma majority ithi i-right la ikhona ama matric awaphase ngo 30% kuzoba njalo. Kodwa uma majority vote in favor yale bill eproposwa ibhosa kuzoguquka kusuka ngonyaka ozayo ipass mark izobe sewu 50%. Ahlangene ama political parties zolo kwavotwa njengoba bekushiwo kwathiwa kuzovotwa ngebhadi noma ngeshwa. uDr Mmusi Maimane isicelo sakhe sangaba impumelelo ngoba imajority ivote against le proposal ebekeze nayo, okusho ukuthi umatric still kusazophaswa ngo 30%. Still kusazophaswa ngo 30%. Ngizomcaphuna ku Dr Mmusi Maimane kodwa ngaphambi ngicaphune yena ngicela uzwe la.
I don't know about you. This is just my opinion. Listen, I belong to a generation where my pass mark was not 30%. My pass mark was higher than 30%. So what that did was that it forced us to study. We understood that school is not for play. We understood that school was for achievement, and we honored achievement. We did. We honored achievement. And it just makes me wonder with this 30%, does it not, and I'm asking you, does 30% not set a precedent, indeed, of mediocrity? Members of Parliament voting on whether to change the country's matric pass mark from 30% to 50%. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here once again. Remember, it was changed to 30%, and the whole justification around it was, no, 30% is the threshold. It does not mean that students need to aspire to get 30%. They need to aim for getting higher, but we are saying that the threshold must be 30%. Well, now, conversation is back in Parliament to talk about whether or not that 30% should be changed to 50%. The motion on this matter was brought forward by Build One South Africa leader Mmusi Maimane, who says that the 30% pass mark not only diminishes the intellectual potential of South Africa's youth, but also entrenches mediocrity and low expectations.
Umi pass mark u50%, lokho kuzobaphoqa abantwana ukuthi makuze endabeni yokufunda abazimisele benze show ukuze bezokwazi ukuthola u50%. Even nje sofikile euniversity, ipass mark yase university 50%, wathola 49% isupplement 50%. So uma labangayijwayelanga lento yokuthi baphase ngo 50%, mfuna bavele bakhohlwe euniversity. Funa ucaphuna uMmusi Maimane achaze njengomuntu obeze neproposal yangaphumelela ukuthi ufila kanjani. sizozwa ukuthi yena uthini, futhi bese ngikhuluma ngama-political party okuyiwona avote against le bill. Lama-political party okuyiwona afuna abantwana babantu abamnyama bahlezi bese bekuyingcindezelo, sizokhuluma ngawo. Cela uzwe la.
Hello, everybody. The fight is real, and the answer should always be simple. If you want a future for South Africa, the mantra is straightforward: educate, educate, educate. South Africa has fought a bitter battle of ending apartheid. During apartheid, you had two streams of education. You had one reserved for white South Africans and another called Bantu education. And Bantu education simply prepared young people to be workers on farms, and that's why it became important for them to learn Afrikaans, etc. And so when we triumphed as a nation to say we wanted one singular education system, we managed to achieve access to education, but what we didn't want is an education system that lowers the standard. We wanted an education system that will make sure South Africans can compete with anyone in the world. And so we've been through multiple iterations of this issue. But when we sit here today, the government has insisted on defending a policy where ultimately they are saying a young person can be proficient in a subject at 30%. Now, I'm not here to distort facts by saying that all you need to pass matric is 30%. I know to get a national senior certificate, you need to get 40% in your home language, second language, and another subject. And then you can get 30% for other 3 subjects and you're deemed proficient. And the government will argue strongly that this policy only affects 189 learners. So it's a small population of people who are ultimately passing at this level. So if it's that small, I wonder what would happen were we to increase the pass mark to 35%, then to 50%. I fear the government worries about that as a policy position because it believes in and of itself that that would significantly impact the total number of what they would call their matric pass rate for a particular class. It would demonstrate the fact that actually, when you look at that number, where I think last year was 82% of citizens who sat down for matric actually passed, what they're not telling you is that 40% of the learners dropped out. What they're not telling you that in maths and science and core subjects, when you assess it at 30%, more pass, 67% pass, but actually when you assess it at 50%, only 30% of our learners ultimately end up passing at that level. So it tells a story about the fact that the protection of the 30% is to beef up this fictitious matric number. It also tells you that actually the majority of our learners are unable to pass with a matric that allows them to go compete and enter university. And they will continue to argue to say, well, we don't have enough university spaces anyways, so why do we prepare young people for that? And I am pained by that. First and foremost, this is why this debate is important for me. The first thing is that I believe in our young people. I think our young people are great. I think they can do better. They prove so when you send them to an IEB school or independent schools. They show the fact that no one there accepts the fact that you can pass at 30%. And so they work hard and they achieve. But it's your belief. It's the belief in the young person. It's the belief in the fact that if you up the standards, young people rise up to reach it. The second issue is the fact that, yes, there are many issues to fix in education. And I would agree that, of course, we must focus on ECD centers and make sure every learner comes in to be able to get a decent ECD so that by the time they hit the age of 10, they're able to read for meaning. Unlike the current statistic at the moment where 8 out of 10 of our children cannot read for meaning.
Political parties avote against le bill, i-ANC, i-DA, i-VF, i-PA kanye ne-Al-Jama. ANC, i-DA, VF, PA kanye ne-Al-Jama. Yiwona ama-political party lawa avotela ukuthi imfundo yomuntu omnyama ayibe phansi. Labantu abavotile abangama-members of parliament kuswa ANC, DA, VF, PA ne-Al-Jama ayikhona eyodwa ingane yabo efunda kuma-public school la kuphaswa khona ngo-30%. iy'ngane zabo ifunda kuma-private school. Kodwa bavotela ukuthi ibhili ayicindezele ingane yakho wena obavotela. Iwona ama-political party lawa athe ingane zabantu abamnyama ayiqhubeke kulolu sizo ezibhekene nalo. Iwona ama-political party lawo avote against ibhili. Wonke lawa amanye esingawabalanga la avote in favor, kodwa it's a game of numbers. I-ANC yaze yahlangana ne-DA sebene-majority. Behlangane nje bobabili. I-PA nani niyazi. Yonke into esho i-ANC iyavuma. Ngithukile uma ngibona i-IFP i-against i-ANC. Kodwa ngabuka ukuthi i-IFP icabangela ikusasa not i-position. Icabangela ikusasa ngoba lesihloko bekukhulunywa ngaso sithinta ikusasa lalelizwe. Ama-local government elections. Ngiyafisa ngathi singakukhumbula lokho. Ukuthi i-ANC, i-DA, i-VF, i-PA kanye ne-Al-Jama bavotela ukuthi imfundo yomntwana nomuntu omnyama ayihlezi phansi icindezelekile. Ngiyafisa ngathi ningakukhumbula lokho uma niyovota. Kodwa ngaleso sikhathi iy'ngane zabo zibe zingafundi kulezo y'kole. Asicaphune uPrince Mashele bese siyayivala ividiyo. Ngiyafisa ukuzwa ukuphawula kwakho kulolu daba wami, mina ngiphatheke kabi. Bengifisa sengathi le bhili engaphasa ukuze imfundo yabantu abamnyama izokwazi ukuthuthuka. Ngoba uma kungenjalo abantu abamnyama basazoqhubeka bahlupheke ezweni labo.
ANC has committed serious crimes against black people and against South Africans, all South Africans. What are the crimes of the ANC? Let's start with black people. The biggest crime that the ANC has committed against black people is education, public education. If you look at how white people, the English first, and secondly the Afrikaners, how they turned themselves around from conditions of poverty to become middle class and wealthy. Education was at the center of that process. They built public schools for their children and made sure that their children received top education. One of the public schools I'm talking about is exactly this place where we are sitting, Wits. Wits was built by the English, supported by the mining industry right here in Johannesburg. To do what? They meant to educate the children of the English. That's why the Afrikaners later, they went next door to build the Rand Afrikaans University. To do what? To do exactly what the English had been doing through Wits for their own Afrikaner children. The ANC has collapsed public schools in townships, has collapsed public schools in rural areas. It has actually collapsed universities. The quality of our universities has declined under the ANC. So what has that done? That has expanded the reservoir of black people who are uneducated, who are unemployable, and who are hopeless. So that's the first crime committed by the ANC. So when proper history is written, and by the way, like Churchill, Churchill said history would be kind to himself because he was going to write it himself, and he has written it. I'm going to write this history, so I'm not going to leave it to some amateurish historian. The second failure of the ANC is this: is the failure to add a significant component to the South African economy. A component that would provide work for black people. So again, let's go back to the English. What did they do in South Africa in relation to the economy? They built mines. At the top of those mines, you found the English and the Jews, by the way. They were the owners and the managers of those mines. Below them, the petty bourgeoisie. Again, the English and the Jews. That's how the English eventually in South Africa dug themselves as a collective out of poverty. And at the bottom, underground, the people who were doing the hard work, they were dying underground, were blacks. Afrikaners, what did they do? They built parastatals. Your Escoms of this world, your Telcoms of this world, your Escors of this world. To do what? to provide employment to the Afrikaners. So an Afrikaner would be found at a robot begging. He would be picked up by an average middle-class Afrikaner and say, no, you are embarrassing us. You need to go and work. And this chap would be taken to Telkom and be given a job. And a black fellow would be taught that this is your new boss, you must teach him work. So the Afrikaners built parastatals in order to provide employment to their own people. And there was also a component of industry, by the way, financed through the activities of the Brutard Bond. Your Ruperts of this world, by the way, the first Rupert was financed through arrangements involving the Brutard Bond. Now, let's come to the ANC, which is the Senate committed. What is it that the ANC has built that provides employment to black people? That's the question. Oh, look at the previous 30 years. The ANC has built nothing. You know what it has done? It has destroyed the little that the whites had built. You come from Tembisa. You know what I'm talking about. The factories around Isando, the factories around Kempton Park, which used to be bustling manufacturing centers. A lot of them have actually closed down. I come from Mpumalanga. I live in a township called Mukuhlu. There used to be an industrial site in Mukuhlu. You want to cry when you see that industrial site today. Nothing is happening there. And what I'm telling you, South Africans know across the country has happened. So the ANC has committed a huge sin. At the same time, it has enriched a few of its cadres. The first band was the band of Sakima Kozo, that group. Bulelani Ngcuka. They are very rich. Are they creating employment for millions of black people? Show me these jobs. So that's the second, and that's economic, the second crime. The last crime that the ANC has committed is to confirm racism, that racism historically has been correct. That white people, what they have been saying throughout history, that black people cannot govern. Black people are backward. They are uncivilizable. The ANC has confirmed it. This stuff, it's heartbreaking. The ANC, for the sins it has committed, must never be forgiven by black people. It is the only party that enjoy the kind of overwhelming support from black people. And what did it do? It squandered our support. It made us to be the laughing stock of white people, but it also made black people to be the laughing stock of the world. The blacks of South Africa were the last hope, by the way, in the world. Historically, black people have been victims of racism. And the theory was simple. Black people are half human. They are not civilizable. They cannot govern themselves. And if you look across the world, by the way, you will struggle to find a country with significant global clout that is governed by black people, that is making technological advancements the way China, for example, has proven whites wrong. Remember, whites in the world have also believed that Chinese people, Japanese people, the yellow peril, can't govern themselves, they're uncivilizable. But the Asians, the Chinese, the first was the Japanese, by the way, turning around from 1868, the Meiji dynasty. They turned themselves around. In 1905, Japan defeated a European power, Russia, 1905, militarily, defeated Russia. And it was celebrated by the rest of Asia. And the Asians realized actually whites are not superior. Black people in South Africa, the ANC has said to white people, you have been correct to say we cannot govern ourselves.
Asibambe le video. Ngiyacela ukuza ukuphawula kwakho la ku comment section ngizwe ukuthi wena ubona kanjani kulolu daba esixoxa ngalo. Kodwa ke inini enithandayo. Nini enivotela iANC, neDA, nePA. Funeka kuyiballot. Uma siya kuyiballot siye sazi ukuthi abantu esibavotelayo bacabangani ngecountry yethu, bayifiselani icountry yethu. Singavoti silawulwa ama-emotions, kodwa sivote ngoba sifuna inguquko. and futhi angeke sikwazi ukuphila ngaphandle kwepolitiki. Ngeke, ngoba ngisho inkonzo inepolitiki yayo. Ngisho ubukhosi bunepolitiki yayo. So ngeke sikwazi ukuphila ngaphandle kwepolitiki. Into esisalele njengabantu base South Africa ukuvota, sivote sicela imizwa yethu isale ekhaya. Ingqondo kube iyona ezosiphelezela uma siyovota. Kufanele kuphume nalo ongakazi avote. Aphume ngonyaka ozayo kuma local government elections. Siyovotela ama political parties azoletha inguquko. Uyabazi abantu ngakini obabona ukuthi bayasebenza bawukhathalela umphakathi. Votela bona. Yabona nje ifavor enkulu esingayenzela iSouth Africa ukuvota iANC out of power. That's the biggest favor esingabe siyenzile. Ubulungiso obukhulu esingabe sibenzile njengabantu base South Africa uma singavoti iANC out of power. Noma kungaphatha bani asinendaba kodwa uma kuphuma iANC emandleni. Ngoba le ANC sikhomisile ukuthi ayinendaba ngisho nanentsha ekhulayo. ANC vela ayikholelwa kwi-youth. Engani youth abakholelwa kwi-youth yabo. Abana ma position. Akuna minister nje ophuma kwi-youth league wabo. Khona abantu abadala selokhu baphatha kusongo 94. Khona abantu abadala fanele ngabe basempeshenini kodwa bahlele ezikhundleni. Angibambe le video mina nawe sesidibana kwi video elandelayo ngiyabonga.